The Blue Line Voice. Blood, sand, and smoke. Get ready.
I think it's critical for anybody in law enforcement that's in this job to understand that no matter if you like the guy or the girl or whatnot, developing that rapport with them and treating them like a human, that is going to pay off somewhere down the line.
But no doubt whatsoever. And I say this all the time is in law enforcement, the day you lose empathy and the day you lose compassion is probably the day you need to walk out that door. And you have to think about this also is you go to I'm going to use an example. One drug dealer shoots another drug dealer and kills one woman's killed. And most cops like, these are drug dealers, they're POSs and on and on and on. But you have to remember that's somebody's loved one laying there. And you have the duty to obviously conduct a good investigation, secure the scene and all that. But somewhere in that person's life, there's a good person that's grieving over that person. Where they know they know about them, or they don't know about them. So that's where your empathy, compassion comes in.
You stayed as in that patrol sergeant position, and what made you want to stay there?
Well, I believe this is my opinion of law enforcement. The two most important people in the agency is the FTOs and the sergeants. I saw the lieutenants; they spend a lot of time doing things they don't like doing. It's more of an administrative role. But I said to myself, I want to be a good sergeant. I want to be an active sergeant. Went out there, made arrests, wrote tickets, took reports. Whatever the guys and girls were doing, I was out there with them. But I just wanted people that either new people or older people to have a good sergeant as a mentor and as a leader. And I say this all the time. My role as a sergeant was to train people to take my place someday. And the bottom line is this, is you need good patrol sergeants out there that can go to a homicide scene, secure the scene, wait for the lieutenants come in and all that. And not being worried about, in 2 days I'm taking a lieutenant's test or anything like that. So that drove me I was very, very comfortable in that.
There's some agencies that are starting to come around saying, hey, we need to take care of our officers, right? We need to do better because they deal with a lot of trauma. They either act out on the job or they're acting out at home, or even worse, they, harm themselves or harm others, right? So administrators and law enforcement, I know some will watch this, but they need to take a step back and start looking at their people, the ones that are out there doing the job, that are seeing all this crap, dealing with all of it, especially since it really took a downward spiral, the defund the police movement, right?
Right, which was ridiculous, but yeah.
Do more with less. Administrators need to start pulling their heads out of their asses and say, we need to develop something or have something for our people. Would that make sense?
Oh, it makes a lot of sense. And I sum up it as this. If an officer in the department comes down with cancer, we're going to bend over backwards for that guy or girl, as we should, because that's our brother, that's our sister. We're going to do fundraising for that officer. We're going to help household duties, cutting the grass or whatever. We're going to bend over backwards to accommodate that officer that's suffering from cancer, again, as we should. Now let's reverse this. A officer comes down with a mental health crisis. A lot of times you hear, well, we have EAP. Well, that's all well and good, but there's more to it than taking care of your officers. So we should treat a mental health illness or a mental health episode, or whatever you want to word it, as a line of duty injury. And it goes a long way when the administration gets on board with that, because sometimes peer support in a department is nothing but a checkbox.
Essentially the bad guys, right?
Right.
And we had a good conversation prior to this show about knowing the people you deal with, and you want to treat people the way you want to be treated, right?
100%. Yep.
No matter what they're doing, right? No matter if they're selling dope or kicking somebody's ass or whatever the case may be, they're still a human at the end of the day. And you're gonna always you want to develop a rapport with them as well. And a lot of people may say, well, develop a rapport with a criminal. Well, it's kind of helpful, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It is very easy to do it also. Bad people need to go to jail. I get that. 100% they need to go to jail also. But like you said earlier, when you work in neighborhoods and you know who the good people are and who the bad people are, and you start the conversation with the people that you know they're slinging dope or, like you said, kicking somebody's ass or something like that. Now, at first they're probably kind of standoffish a little bit. Why is this cop talking to me? But if you build like I'm not saying you're gonna be buddies and you hug each other every time you see each other. Just have that professional, impersonal rapport with them. That goes a long, long way.